Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jonathan Bulunaka. This is On the Mat. Thank you for joining. Obviously, the news that everybody is that Richard Simmons has passed away.
Oh really?
Yeah, man.
This guy.
Bet you guys didn't see that coming. So, Richard Simmons, the amazing aerobic fitness coach, very, very famous man with a crazy, crazy hair, passed away. Anyways, which is pretty crazy because he wasn't even that old. He was 76 years old and he passed away on Saturday.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was...
Fitness trainer.
Yeah, fitness trainer, yeah. Bizarre. But in all reality, everybody is talking about the Trump assassination attempt, or the staged assassination attempt. Whatever you want to believe. I don't think there's... I mean, there is people on the left that are saying that it was staged, but yeah. It could be, it might not be either. I've been listening to a few different podcasts on what happened, and I mean, there's a bunch of discrepancies with what people saw. Some people saw the shooter up on the roof and were yelling that there's a shooter on the roof. There was a building that was like 150 meters away from the actual presidential rally itself. And they were all, like, people are wondering, how is that area not canvassed ahead of time? And there was apparently wherever there is a structure that you could have a shooter out of, there is a counter sniper somewhere else with a spotter that is analyzing or watching those buildings. So for every building, there's a counter sniper that is in charge of watching those buildings. So obviously there was a counter sniper, and that's who killed the shooter. But have you seen that picture of Trump, like with his hand in there?
Yeah.
And like the blood coming down his face?
Yeah.
Dude. And like, I think they said, like, or I listened to one recording, it sounded like he was like, fight. Oh. And then he said, USA. And then the whole crowd's like, USA. USA. Dude, I'm like, love or hate Trump, like, this is not good for Joe Biden. Like, this is all the attention on Trump now, which is why one might say that it might be staged. But there's like, all the momentum is going his way. Like, I don't know how he keeps doing it, but I mean, set up an assassination attempt maybe. I don't think it was staged. I think it was real. I don't know. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think one person died, another person or two were injured. So.
Okay, I was like, what, 150 yards?
That's what they say.
That's from where? Where would you?
It's a rugby field and a half. Yeah, so pretty close. Definitely within like shooting range with a gun. It was an AR-15, I think. So, yeah. Natsos.
Yeah, did you saw what was in Boston Saturday night? 50 Cent, rapper 50 Cent. He did like a mini concert.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
He sang the Many Men.
Right,
song.
I thought you just said it was on a video. Like somebody used it on a video.
Well, a lot of people did it, but then he actually went out and like did this.
Because he supports Trump?
I think so. I guess so. And then behind his while he's singing Many Men, he has this album cover of the song Many Men.
Yeah. And
then photoshopped Donald Trump.
No way.
The one with the broken glass, like shattering with a bullet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes.
And then he put like a Photoshop the Trump's.
Yeah, really?
And he was singing Many Man, and people were
Whoa.
just like, cheering.
Dude, I didn't know about this. 50 Cent. 50 Cent's funny, actually. He's got a great sense of humor. He's got a great sense of humor. 50 Cent concert.
Yeah, I put it on the link, on the doc.
On the mat.
Yeah, first one.
Oh, yeah, I see it here. I see it here.
Yeah, you saw it?
I see the picture here. Oh, this is funny. Dude, that's great.
I don't know. I don't know about you, but I'm hoping you win.
What?
I'm hoping.
You hope he wins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, Biden's been terrible for the U.S. economy, for sure. I think that, yeah, they need him. They need him back. And that's going to get a lot of people fired up. But, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if
From a straight, like, economic perspective and protecting the border perspective, I think it's crazy to think that the Americans, obviously I don't care because I'm not American, but America being like the leader of the free world, or kind of who we all look up to or aspire to be, like their only choices are Biden and Trump.
they don't have anybody else.
Well, they do. They had some really great options, like Ron DeSantis, like Vivek Ramaswamy. Those were the two really, really good options, I thought. But I guess they didn't pull enough votes. I mean, when you're up against Trump,
Right.
And so, yeah, that's just the only two options. But I think that they can't do Biden for another 4 years. I mean, the guy's obviously he's no longer with us, like you
He's
said
lost.
last week.
He's somewhere.
Passed away. I think it's just like a hologram of himself. What movie were we watching the other day with a hologram? Oh,
Superman.
no, the one where Prometheus.
Oh, okay.
You remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember that one. Who was
Where
it?
like
Let me search this up.
Prometheus cast. So it was
Is it
I don't want to say his name. Michael Fassbender.
the Magneto?
Yeah, Magneto. Yeah.
Magneto guy.
There's actually a great. I don't know if you guys care about this stuff, but I am more of a Michael Fassbender fan after this, and this is why I'm like everybody should tell this story. If you want followers, if you want people to fall in love with a team or a product or a brand or a company, is like just to tell your story, because there's like a docu-series, mini doc, like vlog basically on Michael Fassbender, because he races for the Porsche endurance team, and so his goal was to get to race in the Le Mans 24 hours of Le Mans, and so they like follow him over the course of a couple of years, like training to be a race car driver and eventually making it to the 24-hour Le Mans, and so it's a great. Yeah, so like after that, like it's like you just, you like him more. It's because you feel like you followed his story and know him a little bit more. It's the same thing. Like another character in that movie is Idris Elba, and he's a great character in that movie actually. But he also has a thing on YouTube that you guys should go watch of him competing or learning how to do Muay Thai and going into like up to competition. And so he spent like a year like fully immersed in Muay Thai, going to Thailand, learning how to fight Muay Thai, and then actually competing. So training from like zero to actually competition with a crowd. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, Idris Elba on YouTube, learning how to do Muay Thai, it's really interesting. And so like after you watch this stuff, you're always more of a fan, just because you understand a little bit more of the story.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, today's live is brought to you by Velours. And so, like I said, Velour is a company that is owned by a gentleman who has ties to Fiji. And I believe his name is Lee Addison. And so he's actually originally from our island, from Honolulu. And I think he currently lives in Australia, but he makes lures and, whether it's sinking, stick baits, or poppers, or all sorts of different weights all over the range. So if you're looking for awesome lures, or just like swag. Like I think he does like bottle openers and does awesome shirts like I'm wearing right now, the Walu shirt.
Yeah.
Hats and stuff like that. And he's got a bunch of new stuff coming apparently. So you guys, if you guys need lures or anything like that, you guys should go and check him out. And it's fun to support a guy. Like there's nobody I think making lures as like a business in Fiji. And so are there cheaper options? I'm sure there are. But it's fun to be able to support someone who has links to Fiji who's trying to like, and all his lures are like named after Fijian fish. Or like they all have like Fijian names, right? And so
I like that one, the pink one.
yeah, what is it called?
Papa.
Yeah, it's a popper, yeah. What is it called? Like the Donu Killer or something like this, yeah. But yeah, if you guys want some like great merch, like actually quality like fishing apparel, go and check them out. I think Velours. I don't know.
They're on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram.
And I think on Facebook as well.
Yeah, and he has a website as well. veloursfiji.com.au. So go and check him out. Thank you, Lee, for partnering up with us and sending us merch and lures and stuff like that. And like we haven't been able to go out fishing obviously for a long time, so we will show you guys how the lures work when we're actually able to go out fishing.
Yeah, his Facebook account is called Valures Fiji.
Velours Fiji.
VALURES
Okay,
space Fiji.
sweet. We'll put that in the description. Can we do
Yeah,
that on Facebook? Yeah. Okay, sweet. So, my day today,
Yeah,
if you guys care, it was good. We prepared a field for watermelon the other day. And so we're trying a new technique from a gentleman who sells a lot of watermelon in the Northern Division. And so he's apparently the expert. And so he's showing us a couple techniques that work really well for him. I know I've actually verified that he is who he says he is. Like he obviously has pictures on his phone of his farm, of his like harvest. But then I actually went and talked to some of the market vendors who sell watermelon, and lots of them buy from him like when he's harvesting. And one of the guys was selling watermelons that day. One of the Indian market vendors who always cuts up. I think it's where you guys sell your pineapples. Yeah, huh? Yasin? On the corner. Yeah, Philip. Yeah, he had his watermelons there, like, and so I was like, okay, you want to like check, right? Like, because some people can talk, but like they don't actually like do anything. And so, yeah, I actually want to learn like how to do this properly so that I know marketing is not an issue because I can make a post and then you guys can point me in the right direction. And I know that there's a huge opportunity with the hotels and stuff all along the Coral Coast down to Nandi. And so I'd love to figure out how to do watermelon at scale and do it properly. So the other day we finished the field prep, we applied the manure and then the fertilizer and stuff like that, and then we let it sit and then watered it, and then tomorrow we're going to go back and plant. So this is a very new technique because usually we just like put the seeds, fertilize, plant all in one day. So this is a very good test, so we'll see how it works, and I'll let you guys know. I haven't people are obviously like very secretive about like their planting techniques, and so I'm not going to do something against his will. Like he's been gracious enough to help us with this, so I'm hesitant to just like go and just tell everybody like this is how you do it. But one of the things I did explain to him on the day that we were sitting with him having lunch was that he didn't actually know. So my dad's older brother, my Talebu, was the one who connected me with him. And so it was actually very, very funny how this happened. We're trying to get a hold of him. We couldn't. We were supposed to meet up the one day. This is Fiji, right? So things are just never as easy as just meeting up and doing the thing. So last week we were supposed to meet up. Then he was gone. It just didn't work out. All good. And then my Talebu told me, okay, you have to go. This guy's told me, my Talebu, what seeds to go get from the market. from this guy who sells seeds in the Lambasa market. If you guys know Lambasa market, you know who I'm talking about. It's this particular seed that you want. It has this picture on the can. Da da da. Okay, set. So me and Koroi go to town. We go to the seed guy, and we're like, we need this seed with this particular thing on the package or on the tin. And he's like, no, we don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't really make sense. Okay. And so there's a guy there. There's two Fijian guys standing in front of us. And the one guy's like going on with this guy, showing him pictures of watermelon on his phone. And like, this is the tins that I buy. And me and Corey are standing there waiting for them to finish. And then I call my talibu. I'm like, hey, they don't have this particular watermelon seed here. So like, can you call like the watermelon expert guy and just like ask him? He's like, well, I can't call, but I can give you his number. So he gave me his number. I like dial the number, like ringing, and then all of a sudden the guy standing in front of me, his phone, I see his phone in his hand, and it starts ringing. And I'm like, okay, like you don't want to just be like, oh hey, it's you, like, because maybe he's just getting a call at the same time. I mean, there's millions of people, right? So I just hang up, and the call ends. And then he like turns to like start walking away, and he just says like a couple closing words. So I'm like, shoot, I'll try again. Ring, 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 on his phone. I'm like, this is the guy. And he starts walking away, and he finally like looks at his phone. I can just see his face. And he said the reason why he was like was so surprised because like no Digicel number ever calls him. So he's like in Fiji, like it costs money to call between carriers, unlike overseas. So like in Canada, if you tell us to Bell or Rogers to AT&T, like it doesn't matter. But in Fiji, like calling from Vodafone to Digicel or Inc to Digicel, like it costs money. And so I think he's an Inc number. I'm a Digicel number. And so he's like, I could see him as he's walking. He like answers it, and I'm like, hey, behind you, look behind you. And he just like he's like doesn't want to look behind him. He was like nervous or something. I'm like behind you. And he's like, no, I just look back. And he just like, he goes out of the market. And as he's like walking out of the market, he just like looks like this. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, oh. And he didn't know why I was calling him. He just recognized me from social media.
Oh.
And I'm like, my talibu is Uncle Jonah. And is Jonah. And he's the one who is like putting me in touch with you. He's like, you're Chontani. You're... Oh, and he just thought I was like this Waka family guy, just like trying to contact him. I know this is like a stupid story, but it's very funny to me because like me and Koroi just standing behind, like listening to this guy go on and on about watermelon. This is Yushan's guy. Boy, it's my harvest. These are the tins I buy. And I'm like, man, this guy is probably another watermelon expert in Lambasa. Just there to dial him, and his phone starts ringing. I'm like, shoot, set. Okay, we went out for lunch. Yeah. Just that. Yeah. So, I'm hesitant to like give away all of his secrets, but what I told him was that one thing that I've learned over like years of doing, I guess, sales or even just doing the social media stuff is that people don't pay for information, people pay for application. So what I'm saying is like even if I gave you all of his secrets but I didn't tell you like how to do it, that's of no value. So like if I tell you like the land needs to be worked like this is the type of fertilizer you use, and then you got to prune it at some point, and then you got to water it also from time to time. Like that's all the information that it requires to plant watermelon, but that doesn't actually help you guys because you guys don't know when you're pruning it. You don't know when you're watering it. You don't know when you're applying the fertilizer. You don't know when you're doing the kudari to do the healing. So like so even if I told you guys or told people, like people still wouldn't do it anyways because people are lazy. And even if somebody shows people how to do something, you still actually have to go out and do the thing. You have to spend the money. You have to invest in in the seeds. Like, because like to do 2 acres probably costs us around $300-$400 just for seeds. So yeah, it's like a bit of a commitment. And the way we've prepared the field, like if you got a tractor to do the field work, how many times we plowed it twice, harrowed it twice, the 200, 400, 500, and then rotivated it twice. So we're like probably $800 into, you're like $1,000 plus fertilizer for your cost to prepare this 2 acres. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to tell you guys how it goes. I'm using this as a test because I can open up, more acreage if this goes well. And then just become the watermelon guy when it comes to farming. Because then if I can cash flow something quick, I've been trying to figure out what I can cash flow fast so that we can turn back to the sandalwood, which was our original idea, our original reason for leasing land, for wanting to, actually originally even come to Fiji, as like that was like our thing when we were going to do agriculture, was sandalwood. So sandalwood just is like a very long-term return on investment. So you need something that can like provide for your family while you wait 20 years. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So we'll try watermelons. So today, what's that?
Siri says, Lampasa for you. That should be Kuru's fault.
Siri? She's listening from America.
Yeah.
Hey, your kid's here. Yeah. Running around with chickens in their hands. Today, John had he was just like walking around with like a hen. Eh? Where did he find it? How did
Small
he catch? No, grown one.
Big one.
Yeah.
And getting it.
Hey, he was just like walking around. We just saw him. He was just like walking around with this chicken. Like, what is he doing? And he was like, Uncle John. He's like, see, I have a chicken. I'm like, how did you catch a chicken? How did he catch it? Do you know?
It was inside the house.
Maybe. Yeah.
Laying eggs.
Oh, inside the house. Okay.
Probably. Oh yeah, he's done that. He's done that before.
Pulling off the eggs.
One day I was like here.
Putting
Yeah.
the eggs.
I was just walking and then he came up.
No, pulling the hen off the eggs.
Oh.
Like, are they sitting there just to pick them up?
Yeah, he came up with Sheva and Tukai.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's his kid? Small kid, Junior.
Yeah.
So they came up and like Sheva was like, "Hey, Junior, has an egg, has an egg." I was like, turned around, and was like, "Hey, where did you get this?" "Oh, I got this from under the house."
Oh, yeah.
So, is there some more there? Yeah,
Last
there's
year,
some more
last
there.
year, last year.
Yeah, that was the last year. Go get it, go get it. Came back 3,
Oh,
4,
the eggs,
5, 6,
yes.
7
Yeah,
eggs.
right. Another one. And then he kept coming in. Yeah. So anyways, he's enjoying. Oh no, he found a chicken. So he's just
They're not
chilling.
missing Siri.
Yeah, they're not missing you.
Yeah, they're having
I'm sure.
time of their life.
Yeah. I'm sure they're not missing you.
All
Yeah,
Kuru's
right.
fault.
Any questions or anything?
Tonton sangkai kari cukup masih cukup dulu itu mam.
Yo! Hey, also, Pula here from Cloverdale, California. Emosi, Bula.
Bula, mosi.
Bula Binaka from Sydney, Australia. Hey, did you watch? How was the game?
I didn't watch
it?
any of the games.
You missed all the games.
I missed all the games, which is crazy. I just
Calgary. Bula Joe.
from Calgary. Oh,
Joe and Salan, Dakunisava.
so my sister lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bula, everybody. The games. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the games, but yeah, when Steph's not here, I just fall asleep early.
Hey, so
Yeah, just sitting there, sad, crying,
staring at the wall,
hugging my pillows.
Talking to the geckos.
Yeah.
talking to
Come
Fred.
here, come keep me
Fred,
warm.
yeah.
Fred
Yeah.
and who?
Huh? Koroi.
Fred the gecko.
Mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know his name. We have yet to meet with him. Just hear him running, scratching.
Minute nga?
I found this Alabama woman, 108. She's 108.
Yeah.
Stays young by flirting with men with mustache.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in. Whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. Alabama woman, 108, stays young by flirting with men with muscles. celebrating 108th birthday, offered an unusual answer to how she keeps herself feeling young. Drinking wine, eating dessert, and flirting with men with mustaches. Uy, lele. She turned 108 on Sunday. Wow. She's probably like a 902, or what's this called? Who's the guy with the Testarossa, the Ferrari, with the big, thick mustache? Not 90210.
Ferrari.
Yeah,
What, the movie Ferrari?
no. Ferrari
Ay,
Testarossa.
what's that movie? Ford or something.
Come on, guys, help me. He drove a Ferrari at Testarossa, I'm pretty sure, with a big, huge mustache.
Steph not here. Take double dose sleeping pills and knock early.
No, I don't need sleeping pills. That's a problem. I actually have stuff to do at night, and I'm not getting it done. This is not good.
No nga, losing nga every day. Every day and every night.
What's the name?
Magnum Pie.
Yeah, Magnum PI. Yeah, right. Yeah. Magnum PI. Right. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't Testarossa. It's 308 GTS. My bad. Okay. Miami Vice, I think, was a Testarossa, and also Wolf of Wall Street. He had a Testarossa as well. Right. Okay. Magnum PI. So she might be like a
PI.
Magnum PI fan. Have you seen Magnum PI?
No.
Magnum PI. He was known for like his thick, juicy mustache. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking like James Bond.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever keeps you young. Whatever keeps you young, I guess. At that point,
it's
you
like
kind of
a
like
thing,
you give up on everything, right? You kind of. Yeah, that's the thing about like one day, like you just stop caring. I've heard my mom works in a nursing home. One of the things that she said was, like, what seems like as you get, so she works with all elderly people. Like you start off, like kind of like yelling and screaming and acting like a, like silly.
Yeah.
And then you become an adult and you get boring and you get serious. And then as you get older, you start going back to like how you were like when you were a kid, acting silly, not caring about the consequences. And she said it's just like this full circle, like, and you end up back like acting or, in a similar personality as like the way that you came into the world is the same way that you leave the world. Because I mean, when you're 108, I mean, like, it doesn't matter anymore, right? Like,
108.
who cares?
You saw that one article about this Michigan guy. Just stops for gas and goes into the scratch, and he wins. And he wins 4 million.
No way. Really?
He's stopping for gas.
There is a competition going on with Pacific Energy, but it's not 4 million. But if you guys go spend $30 at Pacific Energy, you can win a Nissan Navara, which is, for some of us, that's might as well give us $4 million, a new Pro 4X. I stopped to get gas and bought 2 $4 million Ultimate tickets while I was in the store, the player said. I scratched the barcode, scanned the first ticket, and got a message to file a claim. I scanned the ticket again, and when that message came up a second time, I thought the scanner was broken. I scanned the second one, and that scanned correctly, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Oh. The man said he wasn't sure until he finished scratching off the ticket that he realized what was happening. I went out to my car to pump gas, and I scratched the ticket. While I was waiting, it was hard to describe the feeling when I saw the winning amount. I got in the car and yelled, "We just won $4 million," he said.
Boy, imagine that, eh? Just
That is nuts. Where is he from? Michigan?
Michigan.
So what are the tax laws in Michigan? I think Michigan is pretty lenient with taxes. I think people like to be in Michigan.
So when they win like stuff like that, they'll have to get taxed too, eh?
Yeah, usually you end up, well, like if you're in California, you end up with about 50% of what you win, I think.
Really?
So like if you, which is
Still.
kind of similar to Canada, like if you, California's really bad though. So like if you make 100 grand a year, you end up with like 50 grand after taxes.
Dude,
Or like with this, you probably end up with like 2 million
you?
in your pocket. Yeah, yeah. So you want to move overseas, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This question from left field. What do you guys think of Trump assassination attempt on Saturday?
Yeah, okay, so you missed the beginning. That's what we talked about. But, oh, no, really?
I don't know.
Is it a gecko
Whatever
one?
it works. Yeah, I was shooting.
This
the
one,
gecko.
this one. Bed bug. Oh, it's a bed bug one. Shoot. Yeah, what do I think about it? I think like all the momentum's going to shift towards Trump now. Because now even Biden has to address it. Like he's already said that he was on a call with Trump and just to like talk to him. You know?
Check on him.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, that'd be the manly thing to do. It's like, hey, man, hope you're all right. It's crazy, you know, unacceptable. Despite the fact that, like, you're in a competition against each other. But, I mean, everybody's talking about Trump now.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't see... I mean, like, remember what happened after Ronald Reagan was, like, attempted assassination of Ronald Reagan? Like, I don't remember, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was there.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy.
Because that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw like a little bit of the video that when he got shot and the glass shattered that went to his ear, and not actually the bullet there.
Yeah, it was a piece of glass from the teleprompter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all the
But there's also like just like a millisecond before the shot, he like turns his head. And that like just enough that like
to miss it.
yeah, but just like out of chance, like he just like shifted and then the shots were fired. Yeah. So it's like it feels like an act of God. March 30th, 1981. President of the United States Ronald Reagan was shot and wounded by John Hinckley Jr. in Washington D.C. as he was returning to his limousine after a speaking engagement at Washington Hilton. There you go. What? Go ahead.
Hamza.
What did Hamza say?
He says, Biden forgot to call Trump. Biden forgets everything.
Yeah. Dude. He's really... I mean, one election is enough, but I really feel like with this one, he's really biting off more than he can chew.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Biden? Normally.
Oh yes, Ellie Reid.
Like
Where
he
you
should
from,
be
man?
for Biden to step on
Victoria.
the stage, you know?
Yeah.
For Biden?
Well, yeah, when all the what do you call those agents?
Bula Hamza, by the way.
Secret Service, right?
Yeah, Secret Service.
So they were surrounding him.
Yeah.
And they was like telling him to move, and he is just like, wait, and he puts his.
I know,
fist up.
dude. And he gets that picture with American flag. That's why it feels staged, is because he gets the blood on his ear, and then he has that like fist in the air, and then the American flag in the background,
Yeah.
and it feels like, dude, it's too perfect, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's too perfect. But, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? What was I gonna say? About the... I can't remember now. But Hamza, where are you now? Are you here? You there? Or are you everywhere?
We talked about the website, right? TLTB.
Oh yeah, TLTB's got a new website. It's pretty, but it takes too long to load. They need a backup image on the main page so that if you got a slow internet, like if your broadband connection is slow, like it'll just load a still image instead of waiting for the video to load. Because right now the way the website is set up, the main page loads like a embedded video.
So the
But
video.
that embedded video takes way too long to load.
So it's too big of a file. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, or the host server for the website is
Small,
not efficient.
not capable.
Yeah, exactly.
Loading it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like you can load some websites like to watch a video, but like YouTube is usually like really fast. Like if sometimes like say like Twitter will be slow, or like Instagram will be slow, or like just loading a video on Google or something will be slow. But like if you go on YouTube, like it usually loads like crazy. Like YouTube servers are wicked. So I don't know. And also like the transfer of data from the old TLTB website to the new one, like there's a lot of dead links now between. So like they didn't connect
Fully.
Yeah, they didn't code it properly or something. Because there's a lot of things that you search for TLTB and you go to it and it's like 404 page request not found, or request not denied. So they do have to look into a little bit of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's pretty.
Yeah. Ellie, did you see that there was a woman with a play card?
A placard.
A placard.
Yeah.
Saying Biden, Biden, you are fired. Then a minute later, Trump got hit.
Oh, really? What?
It's like saying, you are fired.
And then fired. Yeah, who knows?
That's crazy.
But, that's what I was going to say. What is crazy is like, Trump is very tall, eh? Like, how tall? I bet you if I type in how tall, he's going to come up. Oh, no, he's not. Is Kevin Hart. Is Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat. Is that how he says his name? How tall is Taylor Swift? Messi. How tall is Olaf? Who's Olaf?
The snowman.
Are you serious? Yeah, off of Frozen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. That's why if you say how tall is, Olaf is one of the things that comes up. How tall is Tom Holland? Wow, that's funny.
Somebody said that Savile looked like Tom Holland in that vlog video we did the other day
Oh, really? Oh, maybe, eh?
when he was running away from the bees.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So he's 6'3". So he's a pretty tall guy.
6'4". He's probably
6'4".
6'3".
Yeah, okay. He's a big dude. But like if you watch that video again, like all the Secret Service agents are very much smaller than him. So it's like,
So he's
if you
taller than
like
me.
say Floyd Mayweather, right? Like obviously he's a tiny person, but maybe a bad comparison, but usually like, what are you doing as a Secret Service person or bodyguard? Like if I have a bodyguard, like I'm a big guy, but I need bigger guys than me to be my bodyguard. Because your whole thing is that you stand in front of the person to protect them. So like if you're short, that doesn't really, like there was like 3 bodyguards like trying to cover him, and he was still like, yeah, like he was like, get out of my way. And it's like, what are these guys? And then as he's getting into his like getaway vehicle, or like his armored vehicle, there's like 2 chicks, bodyguards, like standing outside, and like they're like, one of them is like fumbling her handgun, trying to like reholster her pistol, and she's like, ah. They both look like out of shape, and it's like. But there's actually a press release, and I found this all out just doing like some listening to podcasts and stuff before this. There's a press release from the Secret Service that they were, I don't know when this was, a few months ago or a couple of years ago, that they were doing like a equality hiring thing. So like trying to like hire like lots of women so that like the Secret Service has like balance and like there's some things where you don't want balance. Like I don't want an even amount of women to male like firefighters. Like I don't want to be on the 3rd floor of a building and then like some like chick pulls up and like I'm twice her size. You know, like,
Can you carry me?
can you carry me? You know, like, or in the police, or like even in the army. Like, there's some things where it's like it's okay if we don't have equality in these places. Like, or like we don't. This is a very hot take, but I just don't think like we need to strive for equality. Like, people need to be treated equally, I believe. But we do not need like equal representation just for the sake of equal representation in all aspects of life. Like yeah, we should all have equality of opportunity, but we should not have the equality of outcome. So the difference would be all women can sign up for the police fitness test, but like they all have to meet the requirements of the fitness test that the men have to meet. Like, there shouldn't be like a female one and a male one. That would be like, if you have one standard, like you have to run this far, you have to do this many push-ups, and you have to drag a dead body, like, you know, like a dummy, like so far. You have to climb this many flights of stairs with this much weight. It should be a single test. And if there's 100 people, 50 men, 50 women, and all the women pass, all the men pass, then fair. But there shouldn't be a test so that women can get in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So that would be the difference between like equality of opportunity versus equality of outcome. Equality of outcome just says like, hey, no matter what the opportunity is, the outcome is 50-50. Like, it's already fixed, right? That's just my personal opinion. I think like if you're a Navy SEAL, if you're a soldier or whatever, like you should still have to pass all the same tests. If you pass them as a woman, dude, freaking fair game to you. Go send it. But I don't want a woman who like passes like a female firefighting test and then like has to come and get me like off the third floor of a building and be like, oh, I'm gonna go get somebody else, you know? Yeah.
DEI, it's ruining America. Ruining America. DEI, higher secret service.
DEI?
Yeah, what's DEI?
Oh, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
And inclusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Which seek to promote the fair treatment and full participation of all people, animals, and aliens. No, of all people, particularly groups who have historically been underrepresented and subject to discrimination on the basis of identity or disability. Yeah.
Ellie Reid says you both don't need bodyguards. You have cell cover and a Mativa for plus cover.
Yeah. Plus bugs in my coffee. Dude, that is a big bug in my coffee too. Cricket. Thank you. Yeah, like I would like all, like I said, I would like it if all women had the same opportunity as men. But there's also things that women do that men are not capable of doing as well as women. And so we should have to fight for the same positions.
Yes, Frederick.
And have the same opportunities to battle over it, but maybe lose it.
Simon Frost. He's asking, are you Fijian?
I wish I was.
Shit.
Yeah, my father is Fijian and my mother is Canadian. Yes. And to everybody out there whose mother is Fijian and father is from somewhere else, you're also Fijian. Just to be clear.
Fiji versus All Blacks. Who are you picking for Fiji? Number 9 and 10.
Who'd like to play number 9?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I think we have. I think Kurvoli is probably our better our best bet because I don't know. And guys, I'm a freaking idiot, but this is just my take. All right. I feel like we don't need the box kicking game that Lomani brings to the Flying Fijians. I feel like what we're more in need of is like quick, precise ball movement. Obviously, Lomani is capable of precise. I just feel like Kurvoli is a faster halfback off the break. Like when the ball is presented at the back of the ruck, I feel like Kurvoli makes decisions faster. Like the ball's there, it's out. That's just what I see. But am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like
Him and Matawal the same.
yeah, yeah,
Do lots
Matolo,
of
yeah.
kicking,
Yeah, like
box kick.
yeah, Lomani his box kicking is amazing. Like it's very good. But I just don't know if that we can play that kind of tactical game against the All Blacks.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Like I don't think we can. I just don't think we're gonna beat the All Blacks at a tactical game. I think we have to just do the basics really, really well. That's our only chance of beating the All Blacks. Just do the simple things well.
The main thing is the ball.
Yeah,
Once you kick it away,
that's it. Like we can't give them the.
Yeah.
We have to try to just keep the ball in our possession as much as possible and take all the points that we can get at all times.
drop goal.
I would love to see Muntz back at number 10, personally. I think, like, yeah, I just have a hard time forgetting, like, how awesome he was for Fiji leading up to the World Cup. And I feel like maybe people have forgotten. I don't know. I just remember, like, how high we all were on Caleb Muntz and his performance leading up to the Rugby World Cup when we beat England and all that stuff, hey? Like, I have a hard time forgetting about that. So, and he's also Kaivan Olevu, I guess, so that's helpful. Yeah, I mean, we have a few good options because I think we just need to play the similar game that we played against England when we beat England, is a fast, precise ball movement, smashing it up with our forwards, patience, not kicking the ball away, and then taking all the points we get when we get the opportunity. So like even if we're, beginning of the game and we close to the try line, take the 3 points on a penalty, and just keep stacking points. I don't know. Well, like, I don't know.
That
I really don't know. Who asked the question?
from what's his name? Left field.
Left field.
Left field.
Left field.
It's on YouTube.
By the way, everybody, like I said, today's live is brought to you guys by Velours. Velours is headed up by a gentleman named Lee Addison, who's actually originally from Fiji, from Vanuatu. He lives in Australia, and he's making awesome fishing lures and fishing apparel. You guys can check him out at veloursfiji.com.au, and his awesome poppers, awesome stick baits, beautiful. The finishing is amazing. It's just awesome to be able to support a local business and a local entrepreneur and somebody who is actually, giving like throwbacks, like the names and stuff of the products that he sells, and kind of honoring Fiji with, the way that he does his business. And so, if you guys need stuff for fishing, go check out his website, veloursfiji.com.au.
Thomas. He's a Thomas. Bula.
Thomas.
Thomas Wangambada. He's my old friend. Well, we grew up together in Lebu housing, and
Oh,
we went to the same church in CCC.
oh,
Yeah. No, sorry. He's asking a question.
yeah, give it to me. Everybody, give me a question, please. Give me
What
a
was
question.
the end goal for moving to Fiji?
What is the end goal?
Yes.
The end goal. I mean, I guess the end goal is that where there was nothing, there will be something. As far as like, I just saw like a lot of us, we just don't have opportunities in rural Fiji. And so we end up having to move to the city centers to go and get jobs to make money. And so every time somebody leaves, like, I feel like a broken record, but because you asked it, like, I'm happy to explain it. Like, every time somebody leaves, I feel like a piece of the culture leaves with them. And you end up getting people who move overseas and then come back and like, oh man, it's changed. It's not the same. It's like, yeah, dude, you left. Like, that's fine, but like every time, like you're a person who would have stayed back and taught the kids, like, no, that's not how you enter the house. No, that's not how you cross the village. No, that's not how you, do this stuff. And so like all of this like leads to kind of the slow erosion of the culture. And so I just feel like if we can create more job opportunities in Fiji, then we don't all have to like look overseas. And I feel like Fiji has a lot of opportunities. It just takes a long time to. I don't come from like big money and like what a lot of people think, but I definitely come from like a family that, like I didn't like have money to go start what I wanted to start, but God's been good, and me and my wife had a successful business. We're business partners with my parents, and we have the opportunity to be able to come here and to try to start something new and something fresh. And so the end goal is that there'll be a big production facility here that we are partnered with the farmers, and using the land that we have also leased to be able to give opportunity to people in Vanuatu, so that people don't have to leave our village and leave our island and leave Fiji, and that people would actually come back here, because there's a big movement right now of people overseas, Fijians, who want to come back here, who are looking to invest back in Fiji, because they're sick of the rat race and everything that is going on overseas. And so people need hope to come back to Fiji. And then I just want to be like, hey, look, you can raise a family here. You can start a business here. You can, I want to give people investment opportunities. Just like, hey, if you want part of this business, like, hey, throw some money in, and then you get like a little bit, we can do this thing together. And so, yeah, end goal, measurable end goal, like by 2031 to be the most innovative company in the South Pacific. By 2031 also I want the Waka logo on the front of the Flying Fijians jersey.
That's the main goal.
That's like the vision goal. Yeah, that's like what I want to see with my eyes.
When you reach that,
Innovative can mean like a bunch of different things, but if I can be the main sponsor of the Flying Fijians, then we made it, baby. Yeah. So 2031 is coming up quick too. I mean, that's 7 years away. So we've been here for 4. So, but I think we're headed in the right direction. Yeah. It'll work for me and not for other people is because like everybody else just can't stick it out, or other people just can't. They're not willing to. I'm not the hardest worker in the room. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'll just outlast you, or I'll just do it for longer and endure the pain for longer. Because like we always say, a lot of good things that people don't make it to are just on the other side of like 10 years of like struggle, heartbreak, and a lot of tears. So if you guys can just like make it through the hard thing, like, this game is not complex. It's just you need to be consistent. And so just keep doing what you're doing, learn from your mistakes, stand on top of the mistakes, don't let them bury you, keep moving slowly but surely, and eventually other people will give up and you'll be the only one left standing. And so that's what we'll do.
Another question from him. What's your proudest moments of being a dad, raising 2 adventurous kids in the village, and a husband bringing your wife to an unfamiliar side of the world?
Oh, I'd definitely be when my kids gave their life to Jesus, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. When we usually pray with them every night and either read a Bible story or do something like that. And so yeah, so they both made that commitment and they wanted to be saved. They want to, experience life with Jesus, and they want to go to heaven. And so and yeah, I mean that's all you wish for as parents. I mean, yeah, they're young, and they're going to have to make their faith their own. Right now, like all I can do is guide them, take them to church, and show them, the way that I feel like they should live their lives, and show. So I just have to be an example right now, because eventually they're going to make up their minds. So it's brainwashing season, baby. Right, Vicky? Yeah, baby. Because people say like, aren't you brainwashing your kids? It's like, oh yeah, sure. Call me a brainwash. Like, tell me I'm brainwashing my kids. But like, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it for you.
Exactly.
You guys leave your kids with YouTube or like Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, and just let your kids like be entertained by this silliness, that you see all over the internet. And trying not to be part of the silliness. We're just trying, we're trying to give, produce wholesome content that is like, entertaining, but somewhat helpful at times. But like, if you don't do the raising, YouTube's going to do it for you. If you don't do the teaching, then TikTok's going to do it for you, or whatever other website that they're, having access to with that device that's unmonitored or uncontrolled. So, call me brainwasher, but if you don't brainwash kids, something or someone else is going to do it for you. So.
Another question here from Sea Shepherd. Are you planting cover?
Yeah, we have a bit. Not a lot. Not a lot. A few hundred, kind of thing. Yeah. Maybe more than that.
One more question from Usenio Aquila. Bula Usenio. Bula Retan. Yes, you exactly on point about those two Secret Service ladies. They were absolutely okay.
Oh yeah.
Nervous
That's funny.
according to the audio playback.
Yeah, the nervousness. Yeah.
From
So funny.
Matthew Crook, 20-year-old shooter. Oh, that's a shooter.
Yeah.
Came from Bethel, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he wasn't even. He'd never voted. Like, so this would have been his first year to vote, because I think you vote when you're 18. So it's crazy. Like the person who tried to shoot the presidential nominee has never even voted before. But this is what you get if you keep calling somebody Hitler. If you keep calling them an extremist. If you keep heating up the fire, eventually like the pot is going to boil. The figurative pot will boil over. And so like this is only the fault obviously of the person who's doing the shooting. Like you can't blame all the left or all the whole Democrat, like all the Democrats are to blame for the shooting of the Republican nominee. No, it's like he's the one responsible. But the media cannot keep turning up the heat, as Ben Shapiro would say, and not expect something to boil over, I guess. It's the result of incessant behavior in that manner, I think. Any other questions?
No.
Give me one more question, guys. I got time for one more question. Come on.
Bula from the Tuinakau family. Bula Junior. Tuinakau.
Bula. Who do you guys think I should do a podcast with?
Wilson.
Huh? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if he comes, I'd do it with
Did
him.
he think that podcast with
I asked
boys?
him. Yeah, he said I was chatting with him on Instagram, and he said he did one with McBurns. He said that one will be coming out in a few days. He said that one's really good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The last one was with who? Lomani and
Frank Lamani and
that guy.
Matawalu.
Matawalu.
Yeah. Kurvoli.
Yo. Yeah. Also, the next one is with Mick Buds.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. So, should be fun. Should be fun.
Blues or Maroons?
Oh, that's this weekend
This
or
week.
tomorrow?
Oh, we're not gonna watch.
When is it?
Tomorrow. You guys
Yeah.
gonna be there?
No,
Is there a
tomorrow.
network there?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday we leave.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on
Oh
Wednesday.
no, Wednesday.
It's on
It's on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you had the Starlink, eh?
What farming ideas or less? Okay, you what? Blues, eh? Forever blues.
Yeah, Blues. Just because Tui's Maroons, so because I don't have a team, so I'm not going to cheer for the same team as
Right,
Tui. That would
right.
make sense. That would be not
Set,
fun.
set.
I just have to
Yeah.
cheer for the opposite team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, why are we watching? I was talking to my auntie yesterday, who lives in Suva, and she said like the drug thing is actually getting like crazy out of hand right now.
Really?
Yeah. She said like
Oh.
the youngest person found with drugs has been like 7 years old. Like
Whoa.
the drug people, like, and that's not like, that's just like, hey, take this package and drop it off here and you get a free phone kind of thing. That person will give you a phone.
Oh.
And so like, yeah, apparently like little kids and stuff are getting drugs. Like they're giving drugs to little kids to like move around.
There's an article too that says
It's
like they
insane.
found like 2 students age of 15. They found with
Ice?
yeah,
Man,
and marijuana in the school premises.
yeah.
It's going crazy in the drugs in Suva. Eh?
Yeah.
They were starting to get. Yeah, it's funny. Like we were watching that movie. What was American Gangster? That was way back then, yeah.
Yeah, that was back Vietnam. So like, help me out here, guys. Like, what do we say? 70s, 80s? Yeah,
And now it's just
early 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we just started.
and now it's
people-
coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every country is trying to figure out how to deal with the amphetamines crisis that's like taking over. Not taking over, but it's a problem all over the world. I don't really know what the solution is, or like what to even suggest on where to start. Yeah.
Okay. This is from left field. What farming ideas or lessons have you learned from Indo-Fijian farmers?
Ooh, from Indo-Fijian farmers. I haven't learned, I don't think, anything. They're very tight-lipped about what they do. Yeah, very tight-lipped. Yeah, I don't know if there's something. So the way that the Fijian culture and I feel like the Indian culture, in my opinion, like plays out, are the outcome is similar, but the execution is very different. So like for us Fijians, if something like works, like we're like crabs in a pot, like crabs in a bucket. Like whoever is climbing to the top, the crab pulls them down. You know, like you can't go, because I feel like typically in our culture, it didn't do the culture, it didn't do your tribe or clan or whatever you want to call it any good for somebody to rise in the ranks because of the chiefly system. Like the chief is up here and everybody else has a role to play in the society to help the clan survive. So we come from that, which is not very long ago, and that mentality that like people climbing up is not actually good for this situation. Okay, so we end up like tearing each other down. Indians, I feel like Indo-Fijians, on the other hand, end up with a similar result by not sharing information, maybe because they come from a place in their history that has centuries of trade. I mean, like, you know, going back to the spice trade in early, you know, way like centuries ago in India. So like these people groups come from long lineages of business people and very astute business people. And so then they come to a place like Fiji, and it's like a small place. If you share your secrets, like somebody else will do it and just do it better than you. And so we end up with like them operating in silos and then us like pulling each other down, and then it ends up with like very little innovation. because people aren't willing to share ideas, and then you end up with things like the FCCC to like control the markets and like make sure like we like it's literally called the like Fiji Consumer Competition or something Council or something like that. Consumer Council, I don't know. But it's like literally their job is to make sure that like it's fair for everybody. And it's like business is not about fair, business is about like who has the better idea. So there's just not a lot of sharing of ideas. And so I'll share the ideas, and then everybody will be like, hey, he's the guy who shares ideas. We're going to listen to him. And eventually, like, everybody's, like, turned their eyes to the Waka brand because, like, hey, we offer solutions. And then we have attention. And then, wouldn't you know it, when we start talking about things, we have the answers, we have the products, and the businesses. That's kind of, like, how I want to do it. And that's why I feel like Fiji will be an easy place to build a successful business, because like it's very easy to do something very different than other people, but it's not very complex. It's like, hey, here's some information, because nobody else is willing to share information. And then like other companies come to us, they're like, hey, can you tell other people about us? Like, can you tell other people about our information? It's like, okay, yeah, I'll charge you for that, but like I can do it. That's why you guys see us doing ads for other companies, because like now we have attention, and so people are paying us to get their information to you guys. And that's fine. But
So would you share your watermelon secrets?
if somebody's asking, yeah, like I will. I will. I just want to I want to be fair to the guy who's like helping me. Yeah, like I was actually telling him the other day, like the funny thing about like life is that like we feel like we have these secrets, like they're a big deal, and then like at the end of the day, like we all die, and like within like a couple generations, like nobody will even remember my name. Like my name nobody will even talk about me. Like I always say, like Queen Elizabeth died like less than 12 months ago, and like we hardly. Last time it's probably the first thing I thought about Queen Elizabeth, like since she died. Yeah. Like, and she's freaking Queen Elizabeth. She's the longest reigning monarch in the English, and like I think in the history of England. And like she alone, less than 12 months, we hardly talk about her. So nobody will talk about me. Nobody will talk about you. So it's like I've struggled with this legacy thing, because a lot of times we do things and we want to say legacy this and legacy that. It's like nobody will remember you anyways. Like, so go and do business in a way that makes Jesus known, and like share ideas. And because like the thing is, like I'm trying to tell this gentleman who's helping me, like secrets I feel like are no good, like because we'll just die with them. And 99% of people that you tell how to do something, they won't do it anyways, because they don't have the work ethic. They don't have they're lazy. And so I want to be able to tell you guys how we do it, because most people won't do it anyways. And if you do it, then like that's awesome. The market's really huge, and like nobody's making watermelon juice yet here, and watermelon juice is huge overseas. So like if there's too many watermelons and the water, like the market gets flooded, then we'll just buy a juicing machine and we'll just can watermelon juice from Fiji, and then we'll sell it under the Waka brand. Like I'm not worried about too many people planting watermelon. Like it's not like because there's other crops that like my family's good at, like pineapples or something like that. Like there's just too much market opportunity and not enough satisfaction in this. Yeah, I'm not opposed to sharing. I love sharing that information with you guys. I love it. So I'm trying, but what I want to do is I want to be diligent in doing this successfully, so that when I tell you guys how to do it, that like it actually is something that worked. So according to him, we should be able to harvest like $5,000 to $10,000 worth of watermelon off of this like 1.8 acres. So we'll see what happens. You know, we're just estimating. So I want to tell you guys.
Yeah. One question from Ellie Reed.
Ellie,
Yeah.
Ellie, how's it going?
Let me read this. Where do you see yourself and your family, especially your two beautiful smart boys, in 10 years' time? Are you planning to educate your boys overseas when they have to attend university?
Uh, so the way that I look at it is like if in the next probably like 5, 6 years, like the transition from like primary to secondary school, if one of them or if they are like more academic than entrepreneurial, then we can figure that out at that time. We can either send them back to Canada or they can go to school here and just keep doing the schooling, here. We probably won't be homeschooling them at that point, or we'd have a teacher of some sort. But if they're entrepreneurial, then like they can just learn from mom and dad. I mean, like, there's so many things that I do now that I didn't learn in school. That school is almost like the most useful things I learned in school were probably in primary school, like learning how to read and write and do calculus, technical drawing, like biochemistry or biology or stuff like that. Like even history. Like history is very important, I feel like, because like if you understand history, then you make sure you don't repeat it. But like almost all the history that I remember learning, it was from primary school. Like I wish secondary school would prepare you more for the creation of ideas rather than just like turning you into like a zombie or like a minion. So if it gets to the point where we're like our kids are like, no, I want to be a doctor or I want to be a lawyer, then okay, you're gonna really have to pursue the school thing. You're gonna have to go to like a good school to get ready for this like university thing. But if they're like, oh no, we want to run business, I think Leaky will want to run business. He's looking like it. So then he can just work with us, learn from us. Like, and also the thing is, like, I think it was one of the Rockefellers that had all these factories in the States went to the education system and asked the education system in the States to teach a certain thing in the school curriculum or not to teach a certain thing, but to educate people in a way that made them ready to work on the assembly lines in his factories. So that would tell you basically like kind of what you need to know about the Western education system is that like it's not meant to create people who like think openly, but I want to create like little problem solvers. I want people who can ask, good questions and solve issues and like see things and be like, I feel like I love it when people look at things like, I feel like there's a better way to do this. What if we did it like this? I'm like, oh yeah. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not, but like I just don't like if I'm the one who always has to come up with ideas, it's very frustrating. Yeah. Mainly you should play the question game, eh? Should we play it?
Yeah.
In front of everybody? Live? Okay, come.
Well, yeah, we're talking live watching all the way from Spain.
I'll show you guys a game that we play with the kids, and we just call it the question game. What? My phone. And it's a good game to play with your kids if you want them to be good at asking questions or to be curious. I feel like, because a lot of things that I feel like, especially in Fiji, that families struggle with, or that the school system creates, is people who don't ask questions or people who aren't willing to like step out of line and be like, I feel like there's a better problem or a better solution to this problem than that. So I play this game with the kids to try to get them to ask better questions. You might even hear me say that. So I'll make it a simple one, so it's not okay. I'm thinking of something. All right.
Okay. Is it alive?
Yes, it is alive. Good question.
Does it have hair?
Oh, yeah, it has hair. Yeah.
Is it a bear?
No, it's not a bear. Don't go right to the end yet. Keep asking me better questions. So what do you know so far?
I know some things.
Yeah, well, what have you asked me that you know the answer to?
Is the bear brown?
No. You asked me, is it alive?
Yeah.
And you asked me?
Does it have hair?
Yeah. So you know that it is alive,
Yeah.
and is hairy. Right? Okay.
Is it color brown?
It can be. It can be. They can be all sorts of different colors. It depends.
Is it made out of wood?
No, because the live things are not made out of wood, are they?
I'm just tricking you. Does it have 4 feet?
It does have 4 feet.
Does it have 2 eyes?
It does have 2 eyes.
Is it a bunny?
It is not a bunny.
Come on. Can it fly?
That is a good question. No, it cannot fly.
Can it run?
Yes, they can run.
Does it have horns?
Great question. No, it doesn't have horns.
Come on. Is it a fox?
Close, but no.
Mountain lion?
Keep asking me questions.
Wolverine?
No. Keep asking me questions. So you know that it's alive, it has hair, it has 4 legs, and it has 2 eyes. It doesn't fly, right?
Not made out of wood.
It's not made out of wood. That's right. Yeah.
Can it talk to their kind?
Oh, that's a good question. Like, can they communicate with each other? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they like scream at each other, I guess, or like they kind of like make sounds. Yeah. What question? Corey, you have a question? Oh, about this? I thought you like wanted him to ask something. No.
What is the... It has 4 legs.
Yeah.
Can it watch on YouTube?
It cannot. Oh, they don't. No, they don't. You want me to give you a hint?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
They can be pets.
Dog?
Yes.
Ah,
that's too easy.
He was asking the question.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dog.
So, anyways, you guys get the idea. So eventually, like, I think the game originally is actually 21 questions or something, so you have 21 chances. But this is an easy game to like play with your kids if you want them to be good at asking questions, because kids try playing this game with your kids and see what their questions are. Like, okay, I'm thinking of something, like they'll be like, "Is it a leaf?" You're like, "No." Okay, you have to ask good questions. Like, is it alive? Is a good question, because that narrows it down to like everything that is like living and breathing. Okay, like, does it have hair? Okay, that's not okay. So it's not anything in the ocean. There's nothing in the water. That means it's probably land bound. Then I would have been, probably like, what does it eat? That kind of stuff. So, anyways, thank you, Leaky.
Can I think of something?
Oh,
Okay, I got something.
you got some. Okay, is it alive?
No, it's a hard one.
What's that?
It's not alive and it's a hard one.
No, don't make it hard.
Yes.
Is it on Earth?
Yes.
Is it in the village?
Yes.
Sorry, you said it's alive?
No.
It's not alive. Can we eat it?
No.
Can we climb it?
No.
Is it around us, or is it
It's
under us or above us?
above us.
Is it made out of wood?
No.
Is it made out of metal?
No.
Is it soft or hard?
Hard.
Is it above us right now?
Kind of.
Kind of. Well, you guys help me. You guys gotta help me. You guys gotta
me?
help me. Huh?
Me?
No, yeah, you
Oh.
and everybody watching.
Do we use it every day?
Do we use it every day too? Yes. Oh, yes, and Mike.
Uh, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we use it.
So it's not alive. It's above us. It's hard.
Does it use?
Like it's above us right now.
No, not above us.
What? You said above us.
Does
I
it
can
use
see it.
electricity?
Does it use That's a great question. Does it use electricity?
No.
No.
That took you a long time. I don't know what that. Oh, yes.
Hey.
Hey, what?
Light
Dad,
bulb.
what are you doing?
Is it? Yeah, here, please.
Are you playing the game?
Yeah.
Do you
With
use it
On the
to-
live, yeah, on the live.
Yeah? Use it to watch
Can I
news?
think?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Watch things.
Okay.
It's your phone.
Laptop, computer.
Yes.
Oh, it's a computer. Nice.
Because every time you ask and he was gonna answer, he look first to the computer.
Wait, so you just
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So, anyways, you guys get the point.
I can.
That's a
Yeah.
fun game to play with the kids if
Yeah.
you want them to ask better questions.
Dad, I want to think of something.
Hey, you came late. We already played twice. Okay, is there any other questions?
Yeah, it's from
yeah.
Filimone Cebu Kim Bolo Tangani. Bula Binakawaka family watching from
Bula.
the Hunter Valley, New South Wales.
Oh, cool.
Question: do you reckon we can fight AIDS with people to stop sharing needles, especially drug users?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. I just feel like nobody is investing in discussing the obvious solutions in a very public way. Like, okay, here's what I don't get, all right? You have people like Shania and Skelly. You have people with big platforms in Fiji. How are they not being paid to talk about the AIDS crisis? How are they not being paid to talk about the drug crisis? Like, it's mind-blowing to me how... Like, you want lots of people to listen to you? Go to the people who have the influence. I'm not talking about influencers. I'm talking about people who have the influence, which right now is, I guess, like influencers. But, like, go give your dollars to them. Like, give them the money for the, whatever, the promotion or the thing that you want people to talk about. Because, like, if it really matters, then, like, that's who you should talk to. Like, that's the demo. I just think, like, it's, I guess maybe because we play in this lane, but, like, it feels like people just don't understand the basics of marketing. Like, the whole thing is a marketing, is a marketing campaign. The fight against AIDS is a marketing campaign. The fight against drugs in Fiji is a marketing campaign. That's all it is. It's just like we're fighting it from the other side. We're coming at it because we did not deal with it, and nobody deals with it proactively because we're humans. We're always reactionary, not proactive. This is just the point we're at. So now we need to make it known in a widespread way. So I feel like they should, and I'm not just saying like, hey, be like, hey, stop sharing needles and then give me your money from an NGO so that, we can post it. I'm talking about like getting people on like podcasts, getting like, let's do interviews with people, like approach and pay for that. Like, that is how we should be getting the word out. Like, start an open dialogue. You want people to actually go and do the thing, then talk about it with people who are willing to talk about it openly. Like, make it so obvious to all of Fiji what is going on and what people need to be cautious of. I don't know. That's like, yeah. We need to stop sharing needles, but like we need to start talking about it. And you don't start talking about it by just being like, we should talk about it. You should talk about it by talking about it. And the people who are going to talk about it are the people like that are making the content. It just seems like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, because The way I see it, like people now are so switched on with technologies and this thing that we have, we carry it every day. Phones, where
Yeah.
people, watch everything every day and every day. They
Yeah.
get educated on it,
Yeah.
and to see someone who's a familiar face in their own country,
Yeah.
to talk about these things.
So true.
Yeah,
We should see if we could get a recovered drug addict on a podcast.
exactly.
That's what we should do.
And people who
If you guys know of somebody who has won the war on drugs in their own life and would be open to talking about it, or HIV/AIDS, let us know. Because, like, it's something that I feel like we need to address in Fiji, and I don't mind having the conversations. I like talking with people. So, if you guys know of somebody who would actually be open to that and coming up here and chatting with us about it, then let's do something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's from Ellie Reid again. As Fijians, we don't talk openly about issues that affect our everyday lives. We need housing, employment, drug issues, and teens pregnancy, etc. We tend to block all these issues. We need to talk about this to our children. Cyberbullying and mental health should be talked about openly.
Yeah, so the way you do that is you talk to people who are going to talk about it. Or you get people to talk about it by talking to people who people listen to. Because like if people can't talk about it publicly, then at least talk to them privately, which means like Corey over here watching reels on his phone by himself. He can be, you know what I mean? Like he's looking at something, we're not looking at it. He could listen to something, I can listen to something later tonight that like I wouldn't want other people to like know I'm listening to. Not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying like something like that. Like, hey, I think I've been tested positive for HIV/AIDS, but like I can't talk to anybody about it. Like, what are my options here?
Yeah.
Like, I can have that conversation. And everybody seems to be obtuse to the fact that like we should engage people who have attention. Duh. It's stupid. It's really like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, that's awesome. Be the change and encourage discussions regarding these issues. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm glad you guys are asking us questions. I mean, I would love to. Yeah, there's no privacy in the medical centers. People don't want to be out in the open discussing the fact that like they had gay sex or something like that, or whatever that embarrassing thing is, or like they've had multiple sexual partners or whatever that thing is. It's like there's a lot of things that need attention in the medical industry or the medical, in our healthcare system in Fiji. But it's good to have an open dialogue about these things as well.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining in. Obviously, my opinions don't reflect the opinions necessarily of the sponsors of today. And so appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Lee and to Valures for sponsoring this live. And we appreciate you guys very much. Thank you guys for the awesome questions, by the way. And hope this gives you guys some sort of entertainment from Fiji. And yeah, another good guy to talk about the drugs thing a great guy actually would be Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaiah.
Yeah, he'd be great. Like
May taki-taki
yeah,
lalay.
like taki-taki lalay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be such like a power pod in Fiji. Like if you had like him and like Uraya and like Shanya and Sikeli like all talking about, you know what I mean? Like all those kind of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there like there's other TikTok influencers in Fiji, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about them.
One that just passed away last week.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Ranandi KVT.
Yeah, Ranand
He's
KVT.
famous TikTok in Fiji.
Yeah,
He just committed suicide.
that's what they said. But apparently, I was talking to my auntie, and she said, I don't think it's suicide because he was found like standing up. Apparently,
Oh.
yeah, like standing up.
That's
Dead.
what the police say.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna start rumors, but
Standing up.
yeah. I'll show you the position that she said because she's good friends with him, and she said like this is how he was found, like standing up against
Yeah,
the
Auntie
wall.
too is big on TikTok.
Huh?
Yeah. She's big on TikTok.
Oh, is
too.
she?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of her videos with.
Oh, okay.
a group of
Her last
friends.
live on Facebook was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was huge.
Oh, wala kami kaya.
Antoine
no, no.
Fisher, I think is
Ano?
her name on Facebook, but
Oh, uli ka na.
I don't know what her.
Oh, siya na. Kuala ka na.
All right, guys. Appreciate you very much. Kroy. Amade.
Money.
Tui. Yeah. Talk to you guys soon.
On Monday next week.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are going
actually,
out,
we won't be here on Friday.
You guys will be going out.
Yeah,
on
we'll
Wednesday.
be gone. We'll be gone on a solo mission. Me and Kroy going to.
Yeah.
The boys. The boys.
Going on a secret solo mission to the deep, dark forest of Wanwalewu.
Deep dark forest.
So, we'll catch you guys on the next go around. Thank you guys very much for joining. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you who tune into this thing. It's crazy that people will do that. But it's fun. I actually really enjoy these lives, unscripted and just free flowing. Thank you guys for your questions. And we'll see you guys again next week. Peace.